Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Mike, T-Roy's in the house. What up, T?
Hello.
How are you, my friend?
You know, I'm all right. But
Just all right?
I got to say,
Yeah.
I had to stop on my way home. I had one of my children was a bit ill, under the weather.
Explosive diarrhea or AIDS or...
I don't think it's the full-blown HIV, but ask if I could drop off some soup. Okay?
Okay, that's fair.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, what kind of soup were we going for?
I asked that question.
Standard chicken noodles, my guess?
That would have been, the move.
Yeah.
I asked what soup that they wanted, and she said broccoli cheddar from Zoop.
Okay.
I said, okay, well, if you're, not feeling well, it's probably not the best choice.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, maybe just, she likes that Lipton, like, cup of soup kind of thing,
Yeah.
I said, okay, so I stopped and got that. And then because I'm an amazing father, I stopped at Soup to get some broccoli cheddar soup.
Yeah. Sounds like a T-Roy move all day.
Of course, here, you eat the noodle soup while you're not feeling well. And then when you feel better, eat the broccoli cheddar soup.
Yeah. Great move.
I got a bowl of broccoli cheddar soup from Zoop, and I will call you the fuck out. Guess how much it was?
$5.
$9.81 out the door.
Wow.
No tip. $9.81 for a 16-ounce bowl of broccoli fucking cheddar soup.
Wow. What is it normally?
I would have thought $5. That's pretty standard. If you're more expensive than Panera, you're fucking up.
Yeah.
So I was floored by that. I was like, I didn't even look. I just walked in. I was like, give me a bowl of the soup,
Yeah.
He was like, $9.81. I'm like, am I getting something else with it?
A sandwich or
I
two?
go, so that's a $10 bowl of soup? He's like, oh, it's corporate. We don't make the prices. I was like, well, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's the last $10 you'll ever get from me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm just putting them on blast.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's
$10 fucking bowl of soup. Is that crazy?
It is. It is.
Supply
But-
chain.
Supply chain, whatever they want to say it is.
Yeah.
I don't care. Fix it.
Yes.
Get someone with some competency in charge of some of these government bodies, and let's fix this.
Yeah.
Have we learned our lesson that we can't spend $6 trillion in a year and expect massive inflation not to happen?
No, we haven't learned
figure
that.
that out? I mean, that's
I
how
don't think
that
they've
works.
learned that at all.
We've seen this play out before. We not remembering history anymore. So, it is what I know. I went to Taco Bell that day. I tweeted or put on Facebook how, I was wearing this white sweatshirt. Could I pull off a Taco Bell run?
Yeah.
I think I got 3 hard shell tacos and 2 burritos. And I usually won't eat all that. I'll put one in the fridge, and I
Snack
don't know why
on it later.
Yeah, it becomes like, you got an extra burrito for later. I usually just get bean burritos.
It's just never as good later, though.
It's not. But I do that with subs too. I'll get the large,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll have lunch for 2 days.
Yep.
And those usually DeBellas or something
Yeah,
like that.
those
are
will
good.
Those hold up.
Those hold up, and so I like doing that. I want to say it was over $18
What?
for 3 hard shell tacos.
No
and
way.
2 burritos. Yeah,
No way.
it was like $18.
That's insane.
I was like, dude, I remember when tacos were $1.
I stop and get us that little that crave case or whatever the hell they got. It's like 6 tacos and 6 bean
Yeah.
burritos. And
Oh,
that's
you know
like,
what? Hold on.
It's like that's like $14, I think.
Hold on, I got a frozen Mountain Dew. I like that Mountain Blast or whatever. It's
Yeah,
sort
Baja
of
Blast.
Baja Blast. I got one of those too. So maybe that was $7.
Maybe. But yes,
just
it's crazy
absurd.
right now. Just
It is absurd.
mind your P's and Q's. So
Yeah, all the more reason for people to help us little guys out as much as they can using the Amazon link, DetroitCast.com. Click the link. Shop as normal. Won't charge anything more. Patreon.com is the big one we're pushing.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/TDC Podcast. Sign up. Show your support. Exclusive content you'll love. I promise you. It's all good. There's a tier for everyone. Keep sending your emails. Walter's at DetroitCast.com for right now. That'll change soon enough. But MyPillow.com, promo code TDC. Shop away. Those guys have always been really, really good to us.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that. And I do see the bump. I just got another thing from MyPillow saying that a handful of listeners bought a bunch of stuff. And
Excellent.
So it's great. If I didn't believe in the damn product, I wouldn't.
right.
I love the pillows. I love the sheets. I love the slippers. I love the towel. I can't say it enough.
No.
So whatever your thoughts are on Mike Lindell, I fully understand.
Sure.
He can be a bit of a rough character sometimes.
Yeah, he's not everybody's cup of tea.
No.
But,
But
I believe his heart's in the right place.
yeah, sure. A lot of people's are, So all good ways to help us. Should we mention the latest team?
Yeah, speaking of the patreon.com/TDC Podcast, a few new members. Ronnie Brown.
Ron Brown.
Is that? Why am I remembering like a running back? Ronnie Brown. Yeah?
Yeah. Miami,
okay.
maybe?
Miami. That sounds about right. Yeah. Wow, nice.
It's probably him.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Glad he's listening to the show. This one I'm conflicted by
Okay.
because I don't think I'm supposed to talk about this. Allegedly. I don't know what that all means, but everything I know about the world right now says that I'm not supposed to talk about Bruno.
Bruno.
And this is Bruno Banani. But
Why
they
can't
say
you talk
don't-
about Bruno?
I don't know. It's apparently a thing. You don't talk about Bruno. I think we're already like breaking some rules.
I'm in the dark on this one. I'll be honest with you.
I know. I don't know the details of it. But the
Are you
only thing
talking
I
about
do know is
Bruno Mali shoes.
I don't
like
know.
The juice
I
wearer
don't
and his
know.
murdering
It could be
spree?
Bruno Mars. It could be. I don't know what it is. But you don't talk about Bruno.
We're canceling Bruno.
Well,
is this on Twitter? Can I
I
find
don't
this
know
on-
what it is. I don't know why. But supposedly you don't talk about Bruno. So, Mr. Bonani,
Okay,
welcome aboard.
like the name
And Chad,
Chad.
just Chad,
Chad.
hanging
Okay.
Chad.
All right.
Yeah,
I like Chad.
sure. Why not?
Unholy Kev.
Oh man, we made his day. Now I wish I would have kicked his name down the curve a little
Yeah.
bit. Just kept kicking his can
Did
down
you
the
see
road.
in the message?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
could see
he
his
was digging
boner
it.
from here.
Yeah.
But
I
right
knew-
on. That's the whole point.
I knew
is-
that was going to happen.
I know.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. That's the whole point is sort of make
Yeah.
people's day. So
Yeah, absolutely. Try to make everyone feel special.
figured that was a
welcome.
little
We're very
stir in the pot.
inclusive. We're very inclusive. I did want to get to a story that I didn't quite get to yesterday. It's very important, and I just wanted to mention it really quick, and then we'll get on to the other stuff. Colorado man has died 24 hours after lighting himself on fire in front of the Supreme Court on Earth Day as part of what appears to be a protest against the use of fossil fuels
Oh shit.
in order to bring attention to climate change.
Like the monk.
Sure.
Okay.
Anyway, just
Wasn't
wanted
that,
to.
wasn't that a Tibetan monk that did that in historically, like
Sure.
a Rage Against the Machine cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did too.
Okay. Well, everybody do your part.
Yeah. He emitted a shit ton of CO2 in
Right. His carbon footprint is through the roof.
Through the roof for that one little stunt. I didn't even want to explain that, but anyway. Oh,
Okay.
T, I can't.
Tapas.
No. No, dude. I don't know your name. I'll never know your name. I don't care. Sorry.
Inferno.
Yeah. Inferno. Infuego. Just
Yeah.
call him Infuego.
La Flama Blanca.
Watching Twitter meltdown
Yay.
is just,
Yay.
it's so fun. I don't know how else to say it. It's just fun.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I love the people that are like leaving, threatening. Exactly. You know,
Yeah.
it's the new. I'm moving to Canada.
Yeah.
I'm deleting Twitter.
I love all the people that are like, because Twitter was on such a pedestal where there, people would be like, if you don't like it, go build your own platform.
Yeah.
They were saying that for 3 years to everybody who had a complaint.
Or we'll just buy yours.
It was just, or just take yours. Why don't you go build a platform?
Yeah.
See how easy that is.
Exactly. See how long that takes. See how.
Yeah. Yeah. We've heard the cries and the whines and all that shit. It's just hilarious.
Well, it'll be a shame. It is hysterical. It's funny, and there should be exit interviews. That okay? What? Show me on the doll where Elon hurt you.
Yeah.
What's the real issue here? Tell me why, so we can understand why you're so upset about the free speech.
You wouldn't even get that question out.
I know.
Before being canceled.
I
Unfortunately.
know.
Yeah.
But the sad part is if they all leave, then it kind of defeats the purpose of trying to have everybody
not going
together.
anywhere.
I know they're not because there's nothing else. But they can jump up and down and stomp their feet like toddlers.
Yeah.
That's what they're good at.
It's fun to watch, man. Well, they've been trained. They've been
Well trained.
They've been well indoctrinated to, when you have an education system whose goal is to create little, human beings that wander around protesting everything, that don't believe in the system of capitalism or America.
Yeah.
And when you train these people and then send them out, we all thought there would be a big awakening when they got to the real world. And no, now they're just kind of running shit and losing their minds over
That's
stuff.
become the new normal.
And they actually, the egos of these people employed at Twitter is so outrageous as to think anybody else would give a flying shit that you're quitting.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Did you think this was going to have what response were you thinking that was going to generate? Did you honestly think people were going to go, no, please, we need you there, please, just stay, hang in there? Like, really? You realize that most of the country
can't go on without you.
Yeah,
It'll never be the same.
Who are you? Get over yourself. No, okay, leave Twitter. Brilliant move, by the way. I don't know if you know how these companies treat these employees. They're catered to.
Unbelievable.
It's ridiculous. They have basketball. Jin plays basketball every day. Blew his knee out at work. Major surgery.
Does that count as workman's comp?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, they give them constant bonuses, breakfast, babysitting, lunch, dinner. You know, I mean, these people are so fucking hooked up. You don't even realize.
They're gonna have to find out for themselves.
Healthcare is outrageous, where they're just throwing money at you to handle all your deductibles, anything that could possibly come up. It's just like written off. And here, oh yeah, it's $2,000 for the deductible for your surgery. Here you go. The company pays that. Like, that's what. So it's like, go ahead.
Okay, bye.
Walk away.
People lined up for that job.
Oh, in an instant.
And uber qualified, I'm sure.
Yeah, there's plenty of people. Plenty of people. James Woods, I'm just going through some conservative voices.
Okay.
See what they're saying about this, and I'll let you know what Jack Dorsey says, Elon Musk is saying. Quickly, we don't want to spend too much time on it, but it just makes me laugh and howl.
Warm the cockles of my heart.
It's just brilliant. James Wood said, I've never been a proponent of electric cars, nor do I ever wish to fly to space. That said, Elon Musk is a hero. He proved that capitalism will crush socialism every time. Bravo, Elon Musk. Clay Travis, absolutely monstrous win for free speech on social media. Feast on the left-wing blue check tears as they realize their rigged marketplace of ideas is dying. Glorious.
Yeah.
I love Clay Travis. He's just great. Mathematics whiz Eric Weinstein said, I'm excited to see what happens next. Here's to the future, but one request for Elon Musk. Can you use the Twitter logs to show us how our communications were manipulated, who was shadow banned or targeted by bots, how algorithms limited our reach, why we were throttled?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's exactly what people need to see. Dan Crenshaw successfully predicted, cue the meltdowns.
Of course.
Marsha Blackburn, this is a great day to be a conservative on Twitter. Free speech is the foundation of American democracy. Elon buying Twitter terrifies the left because they don't want their power to censor conservatives threatened. Hillel Newer of UN Watch remarked, I fear Elon Musk would undermine the ideological diversity, equity, and inclusion at Twitter, which currently maintains a careful balance of 98.7% for one side.
I was going to say, I'd started out like, wait a minute, that's the...
Yeah.
And then, I get you. I had to wait to get to the punchline.
Yeah.
Well played.
Yes.
Indeed.
I thought so. I thought so.
Absolutely.
Jack Dorsey has come out, former Twitter CEO, Jack Dorsey. He founded Twitter, right? That was his...
whether he was the original or whatever, he's the one that brought it up and was... Yeah. Because he just resigned a year, 2 years ago?
Not even, right?
I mean, it's like not that long ago that he stepped down.
Well, he responded to the news that Twitter's board of directors approved unanimously, by the way, the definitive agreement for Musk to take over. His statement was, I love Twitter. Twitter's the coolest thing we have to global consciousness. The idea and service is all that matters to me, and I will do whatever it takes to protect both. Twitter as a company has always been my sole issue and my biggest regret. It has been owned by Wall Street and the ad model. Taking it back from Wall Street is the correct first step. In principle, I don't believe anyone should own or run Twitter. It wants to be a public good at a protocol level, not a company. Solving for the problem of it being a company, however, Elon is the singular solution I trust. I trust his mission to extend the light of consciousness. Elon's goal of creating a platform that is maximally trusted and broadly inclusive is the right one. This is also Paraga's goal. I don't believe that at all. But,
I don't either,
you know, he's got to say that. He picked him as a successor.
Yep.
Thank you for getting the company out of an impossible situation. This is the right path. I believe it with all my heart.
Yeah.
And I believe...
Maybe he's jockeying to get his position back now that Elon's taken over, be CEO.
the amount of people melting down, the irony is just so, the hypocrisy, I should say, not the irony, but both.
Yeah, they both apply.
You know, when you're talking about a billionaire running or owning a company, it's like, okay, what? Like, billionaires own all these companies. What everything. Are you talking about? Parag is worth more than Jack Dorsey. Parag is worth $12 billion.
Really?
Dorsey's worth $7 billion. So that was who was running it before, and now another billionaire sweeps in. I mean, you could go across the board of all these outlets. And
it's not a billionaire, it's which billionaire.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And I'd love for people to point to the thing that you have a problem with. It's kind of what you were saying a minute ago. Like, just point out.
Just articulate it. That's all. And
you love saying
facts,
stuff.
Actually. Yeah.
You love saying stuff, or, you know, calling anybody who disagrees with you QAnon, or, you know, anybody that doesn't see the world the way you do as fucking crackpot nut job. It's like, no, I'll explain my position on things. I'll explain why I think this is a good idea. We do that every day. Explain to me how this is the meltdown of the century over this. The left owns not only the fucking White House, but the House and the Senate as well. Yep, they own Wall Street. They own Hollywood. They own big tech. They own the media. They own everything. Yep. And one billionaire who doesn't see exactly the way you do it, but more like 50-some% of the country sees it, he jumps into the mix, and the democracy's over. Democracy's over.
Well, that's the first domino to fall. That's part of the problem.
Right.
They had this stronghold. Well, they just lost a big chunk of what they had.
Yeah.
You know, there was a lot of different ways to go at this, but Twitter is right at the top of the way they were able to control the information that was put out and direct that however they wanted to do it. However they say they did, and whatever. But that's a huge fucking chink in the armor.
Yeah, and Jesus, what year is this?
Yeah, well. It's a great first step, man. It's a great first step.
And it's going to keep it probably will have that domino effect of keeping others in line.
I think so.
Knowing that if the stream of truth is able to come through, and, you know, people like acting like hearing a word they don't agree with, or someone said something offensive, like, who are you?
Yeah. And why do you get to decide?
Yeah.
Okay, you don't like it.
Honestly.
Move on. That's fine.
It's terrifying to me.
It is.
It really is.
It's the ego that's been instilled in that side, just because they've had such control and such power, and they've been able to do this.
Yeah.
They slowly kind of took over, and before you knew it, it was like boiling the frog.
Who was it?
Put the frog in the cold water and let it boil. It doesn't even know it's going to die.
Yeah.
We're the frogs.
Yeah, for sure. It wasn't Noam Chomsky. It was the famous ex-Russian, I think, who said, "Give me one generation with your students, and we can destroy your whole country," or something.
Yeah. Who was that? It was a Russian.
It was, an ex-Russian who was living in America, but said, you know, that like Russia knew what it was doing. In like, we don't need to bomb your nation to death. China doesn't need to bomb your nation to death. Give us one generation with your fucking students, your dumbest people on earth, and let us take over the mindset of them, and we can rot you from the inside.
You don't have to kick in the front door.
No,
you sneak in the back.
Yeah. Elon Musk released a statement, and please, anybody out there that thinks this is a horrible decision, comment below.
Please.
Write me an email, walters@detroitcast.com. Tell me exactly. Be specific. I keep asking you guys, and you keep not responding. Be specific about what you think's going to happen.
Why this is such a bad thing.
Here's what Elon says. Free speech is the bedrock of a functioning democracy.
Amen.
I agree with that. I would think most normal, rational thinking people would agree with that.
So.
And Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the product with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeat the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of others to unlock it.
Yeah.
So when he's talking about authenticating all humans, that right? So it's very hard for people to get a blue check mark.
Right.
I have one. Ooh.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know, and it took a driver's license and it took 5 mentions in newspapers or TV news or something. You had to be referenced, and they could read those articles and verify that you are that person. So I had to send a friend of mine did it in Los Angeles. It wasn't me. I never would have bothered. But she took 5 news.
Sounds like it's a little over your head.
It's way over my head. Yeah, no, but she's an agent at Raj's ex-wife now is an agent at what Monster Agency, whatever. And she's going to be a boss bitch one day over there for sure. But she was just like, Claire, yeah, I love Claire. A liberal douche as she is, I love her. She's great. But she was like, give me 5 news articles that mention you and your driver's license, and I'll get you verified. I was like, okay. And so I just texted her some links, and 4 months later, all of a sudden, it just appeared.
Boom.
Well, welcome to the blue check community. But for other people, it's like what his plan is: show me your ID, proving that you're Troy Courtney, and I'll give you a fucking blue check.
There you go.
You don't need to go through shit. You're a real human being.
Exactly.
On a level playing field with everybody else.
Don't have to be famous.
Don't have to be famous. What are we doing
There's no
here?
news articles about me.
No. So what are we doing here? Oh, you're not a real. So then people can go, we don't even know if this is a bot or a real human being. It's like, no, I verified myself. Simple, easy peasy.
Fantastic plan.
Isn't that a great plan?
Yeah. And let's put people out in front. Exactly. Like, put a face to those anonymous fucking trolls.
The blue check does help. Okay.
Lends authenticity.
Well, not only that, it does other stuff too. Like, if I comment on someone's post, it goes to the top. Okay? Because you're a verified person. So it goes to the top, and it stays, like, you'll see all the verified people first. Like, their opinion is more important.
Of course.
So it's little snobby, elitist bullshit like that. That it's like, it's not right. It's not fair. And someone who's not mentioned in the newspaper 5 times never gets to be verified. Like, fuck off. And so that'll be great when everybody, you could just eliminate the blue. Well, having the blue check just means you've gone through the process.
That
and
you're a
prove
real
that
person.
you're a real person, not a bot.
Yes.
And then you get your little blue check. And then we can go, I wonder why none of these fucking millions and billions of people bothered to show their ID.
Right.
Where are these accounts from? Let's lift the hood and see what's going on under here.
Oh, that's such a great idea.
Isn't
such
it
a great start.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Well, it's either that or just fucking burn the whole thing down.
No, I think it's important.
I know it is.
I think it's important.
It is. I know.
Yeah, I really do. I think it's more important than most people even realize.
Yeah.
I really do. It's so bad right now, and I think this is every bit as important as anything Elon's done in his whole life. I really, honestly, in my heart, believe that. I really, really do.
You couldn't just burn this down. If anything, you'd have to blow it all up.
Yeah,
like the Facebook, all of it, like social media. Let's go back to a simpler time.
Yeah, unless someone comes out with something better and it goes the way of MySpace. You know, that could be something down the road. I hope it's not. I hope. The
problem is that I mean, by the time anything even gets any sort of traction, they get bought out.
Yeah.
Well, if somebody's got the nuts to stick to it, and not sell out for the money, but this guy's got so much money that everything that's come across, they just buy it up.
Yeah.
As soon as it has any legs, they just snatch it up. They give these guys, boom, that's their payday. That's what they did. They started this up. Now they're, they have $100 million for what they did, and great, good for you.
Yeah, or more.
Or more, right.
$1 billion for some of these things.
Some of this stuff, exactly. But now
that's
now
called
it's irrelevant.
And that becomes a monopoly really quick for someone like Zuckerberg to buy up all competitors across the board. Just go, give them $200 million. What do I give a fuck?
Yeah.
That's not competition anymore. It's a monopoly.
So. It's become it is such a monopoly, but almost inherently, because you would have to have so many people migrate to something else, like Facebook. Is not just it's family, it's friends, it's history, it's all that. There's so many people as a way to connect. Like, to go somewhere else, if 10% of those people went somewhere else, you're going to miss on 90%. Not even about like ideology or anything. You'd have to get everybody to be able to switch to sort of have that same community. That's why he's got such a lock on it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's scary, man. And I've got a couple stories here, and we'll move past the subject. But Jen Psaki would not comment specifically on the news of this.
Okay.
She took several questions on the topic of the
Nor
day.
should she, because it has nothing to do with our government.
But it does. Yeah, it does. And if for all the people claiming, because I see a lot of people going, prove it that someone was canceled. No one's canceled. Blah, 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 blah. The right isn't canceled. And I'm like, okay, Hunter Biden's laptop, President Trump. Like, I don't know what to tell you people. And if you don't think this is happening,
let's go tit for tat. Let's go 1 for 1 for somebody from the right and somebody from the left.
Yeah.
That's been canceled, or the way that's gone down, and let's see if it equals out.
Yeah. Or you're having your shit suppressed.
Yes.
Like that.
You don't have to be canceled officially to be canceled.
Yeah.
Metaphorically.
Yeah.
To just be squashed and shadow banned and all that.
And if it's not a
to
problem,
be made irrelevant.
If it's just fringe right wing fear mongers saying they're being bullied, then why do you care if someone opens up the hood and takes a look at everything? If it's not happening.
Oh, because all they're censoring is hate speech and racism and
all of those.
Yeah. Rape threats. That was the one I heard associated with it today.
Oh.
They're going to bring back rape threats.
Oh.
I was like, so Elon's pro-rape, is he? Yeah. Okay.
At least pro-rape threats.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? Someone that makes a statement like that is obviously talking about an incident.
Probably.
Whether it's a meme or someone you disagree with vehemently, and you go down the Twitter feed and it's like, I hope you get fucking raped on your way home from work. Like,
yeah, basically, yeah. I think that's probably it.
Okay.
Well,
Great.
that's hate speech, and and in all honesty, I'm totally fine with that stuff being omitted. That's fine.
No, you can't omit
that.
Not that one. If it said I'm going to rape you, or I'm looking
enough.
for people to rape you, that's
okay,
where you
fine,
get
fine line, potato.
No,
but
it's an important distinction. It's an important distinction. Wishing harm on someone,
but it's
versus saying that I'm going to take actions, or that's where it becomes a threat. That's where it becomes illegal. But until then, that's the beauty of this country versus every other country in the world. I don't know how else to say it.
Fair.
People are going to have shitty opinions. People are assholes. They just are.
It should be, I don't know. If it's not a productive, statement. No, I mean if it's not productive,
most people don't have productive statements.
Well, that's fine, and then it's somewhat irrelevant.
Yeah.
If it's just bullshit, trolling, name calling on both sides, either way.
Yeah.
If it's just, I hope you fucking die in a car crash, that doesn't help either way.
Yeah.
That's a throwaway comment. I'm totally fine with that stuff not necessarily being there. Now, an opposing viewpoint that has valid points and is backed by facts and things like that gets squashed, of course. Those are different.
Hey,
it doesn't have to be
a
direct threat, but it's just a point.
Well, the problem is a direct threat harming minority or disadvantaged communities can be as simple as, hey, man, this doesn't feel right. We ought to clear up the border crisis going on right now with illegals crashing the border, and come back with, no one's illegal, and then to get blocked for that. No human being is illegal. This threatens the safety and lives of black and brown people. That's not a valid argument to shut someone down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
you get into the weeds of what's valid, what's not.
Right.
But
which is why you just draw a hard line in the sand and go, unless it amounts to a threat where the FBI gets involved, fucking no, whatever. Like you said yesterday, scroll past.
Keep moving.
It's what we used to do. Scroll on
good
by.
Old days.
She took several questions there. I'm not going to comment on a specific transaction, going on to note that President Soup had voiced concerns in the past about holding tech platforms accountable for the harms they cause. So you just say that.
Yes. Well,
You
then why are they being held accountable now?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Reuters reporter Andrea Shalal asked specifically whether Psaki had anything she would like to say to Musk, and whether she was concerned that purveyors of election misinformation, disinformation, health falsehoods might have more access and opportunity to speak via Twitter. She went on to ask also, was the White House concerned about a billionaire taking control of a company where the power was already concentrated at the top? Our concerns are not new. We've long talked about, and the president has long talked about, his concerns about the power of social media platforms, including Twitter and others, to spread misinformation, disinformation, the need for these platforms to be held accountable. Hunter Biden. Real Clear Politics reporter Philip Wegman then asked how closely the White House was willing to work with Twitter to prevent the spread. Regardless of ownership, would the White House be interested in working with Twitter like it has in the past to continue to combat this kind of misinformation? Or are we in a different part of the pandemic where that kind of partnership is no longer necessary? She responded by saying, the White House engaged regularly with all social media platforms in an effort to stay on top of steps that can be taken. And there's your problem. So when you go, it's not a government agency, it's a fucking private company, they can do whatever they want. They can ban you or they can kick you off. You don't like it, go build your own.
Well, just because they're in bed with them.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It is.
That's a problem.
It's always been a problem. That's part of the problem.
Yeah.
A huge part of the problem.
Huge part of the problem.
Yeah. It's controlling the narrative.
The White House engaged regularly with all social media platforms in an effort to stay on top of steps that can be taken. And in other words, an approved government narrative on political ideas.
Yep.
Right? That's what's approved.
Yep.
Everything else to them is misinformation. You see the rub there?
Oh, I do.
Yeah. So that's where you get to. And talk about how blind some of these people are. This is an actual conversation that took place on MSNBC.
Okay.
Ari Melber reacted to the news that Elon Musk is buying Twitter. Trump, by the way, today is claiming that he won't even return to Twitter if the ban were lifted, but few take what Donald Trump says seriously on that score. I hope Donald Trump does not go back on Twitter.
In a way, I do
stay
too.
off. Do your Truth Social, whatever bullshit you got going on over there. Stay there.
Yes.
Don't even bother. Everything you tweet will just be blasted, and the lie machine will kick up all over again.
Can't
Don't
have his own
bother.
Way. He's his own worst enemy.
Yes, you'll only piss off white women who are sickened by your tone. Okay, you can only damage yourself. So stay off it. So what is happening here? This is far bigger than Trump or Elon Musk. They are symptoms of the world we are living in, where tech has outpaced any of our ability to deal with it. If you own all of Twitter or Facebook or what have you, you don't have to explain yourself. Well, Elon's pretty transparent. Zuckerberg is not.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
Suggesting that the owner of Twitter could sway elections. You could secretly ban one party's candidate. I swear to God, this is a quote. I'm quoting now. The owner of Twitter could sway elections. You could secretly ban one party's candidate or all of its candidates, all of its nominees, or you could just secretly turn down the reach of their stuff and turn up the reach of something else. And the rest of us might not even know about it until after the election.
At the end of this statement, did they go,
Babylon B?
Shit.
Holy shit, dude. Do you hear yourself?
Yeah. Is that possible? Could that possibly happen? Wait a minute. Are you saying that it's possible?
It's possible.
That
it's possible.
It could be manipulated in a way that may affect outcomes in one way or another. Are you saying that that's possible?
Yeah. That's what he's.
Oh my God! I thought it was not.
He's
possible.
Claiming it's possible that you could do that.
It is now. It will become possible. Clearly, it wasn't possible
before.
Until now. But now it becomes possible.
Right. So can you imagine? So you could take your political opponent who you don't like what they're saying, and just ban them from Twitter?
No, you wouldn't. Who would? You couldn't possibly.
Wait.
No, there's no way. You couldn't do that.
No.
There's no way you could.
Now
do that.
you can, though.
Could.
Obviously, we couldn't yesterday.
No.
But now it's possible. You could even take a story that would potentially.
If that would be a benefit.
You could take a story that would potentially hurt one of the candidates, and if you wanted that candidate not to be hurt, you could remove that story.
You could. No way.
Now you can.
That.
Yes.
Oh,
yes, you can.
That would be unethical.
Well, Elon Musk says this is all to help people because he's just free speech, philosophy, clear, open-minded helper, a world helper, if you will. Is that true? Should you take him at his word? Yeah, this guy was blasted.
Oh my God, I can only imagine. Holy shit.
One guy was like, hey, Ari Melber, happy birthday. I didn't realize, let's all welcome into the world. He was apparently born yesterday. One says, serious question. I've been looking for a new rock to live under and was wondering which one you use.
That's amazing. I can't believe
that's a comedy, dude. That is a comedy bit.
Yeah, it's a sketch fucking bit.
I mean, can he seriously believe that though?
I sadly, I do, almost in a way. I mean,
boy, that shows you how deep the
we've had this
is.
argument on how much of it is willful ignorance and how much of it is blatant negligence.
Yeah. Well, he turns into a useful idiot.
Yes.
By preaching that to his audience. I don't know if it's just like under no circumstances are we going to acknowledge the reality of that. Mm-hmm. And I could go in deep on this and talk you through exactly how Facebook dark money went into this. I've explained some of it. I've watched more on it. I understand more how this went down.
Yeah.
And it's very dangerous to say stolen election. That makes you QAnon.
Of course.
Of course. Mm-hmm. But how would you feel, just for argument's sake, how would you feel if Ron DeSantis decided to run for president in 2024? And ahead of that,
I'd feel great about that.
Yeah. He decided that what he was going to do was take someone who supported him was going to take $410 million under the guise of COVID protection policy. So you would think COVID was everywhere in the world, so that would include 50 states, right? 50 states would get funding,
of course,
to handle vote safety because of COVID.
Yeah, you would
but
think.
No, you take that $400 million, 412, I believe it was, and you put it into 8 states. Only battleground states.
Were they strategic by chance?
Just a little bit. Huh. And then you put the vast 95% of those dollars into heavy Democrat areas, or in this case, if we're talking about Ron DeSantis, put them in only in contested battleground states, $412 million, and you put them in Republican strongholds under the guise of COVID safety, and then you ballot harvest. You get out the vote. You have boots on the ground, getting out the vote, making sure every person in those districts votes.
Mm-hmm. Well,
do you think that would have any impact on an election?
I would think it does.
Yeah. How would you feel about that, lefties, if that happened?
Well,
because that's exactly what happened with Facebook.
It is
through their charity outlet, charity arm with Fan and his wife and Zuckerfuck.
The reality
That's
is
what
that
happened.
Everyone in this fucking country should vote, and it shouldn't make a difference.
Yeah.
The problem is that we have such a piss poor turnout that it can be manipulated one way or another. I'm saying it is or it isn't. I'm just saying it can be.
Well, people are disenfranchised.
If you had 100% participation, then the people would speak for themselves.
Yeah.
But you don't. So when you're
we
talking
should be like
fractional,
Russia. Don't they have like 99% or?
Oh yeah.
North Korea. I think North Korea is like 100%.
98.9% for Putin.
Yeah. Like literally.
Amazing how that works.
Well, he's very popular.
He is very popular.
Very popular. I mean, the vote speaks for itself.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well. Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying for too much health insurance? Are you paying too? What the fuck?
Man,
are you paying too much for health insurance?
Sure.
Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173.
Very good. And he's willing to just talk to you.
Yes.
Talk you off the ledge, talk you through options, even if you don't go with him. Great guy. So
he's a monster. Why would you call anyone else?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
Exactly.
All right, serious question, T. And I want you to be honest.
I will do my best.
Okay. Scout's honor. There you go. Can girls get erections?
Well, I've heard of a little thing called a lady boner.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Can girls get erections?
I've seen some stiff clits in my day.
Yeah.
So that's possible. Are we talking about a penile erection?
Yeah.
Then no. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Are you a doctor? Are you a pediatrician? I didn't think so.
No, I have a PhD in common sense.
Co-author of the American Academy of Pediatrics' newest guide to puberty, not only says yes, girls can get raging hard-ons.
Lady boners.
Yeah, and such occurrences completely normal.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah. April 19th, the AAP issued a new guide titled U-ology, Y-O-U-ology.
Cute.
Right. A puberty guide for everybody, targeted towards children aged 9 to 13. They're not confused from 9 to 13 at all.
Well, that is the confusing age. It's when the things start happening.
One pediatrician who helped write the book explained that the group of professional doctors wanted to purposefully include chapters explaining gender ideology to children. With this book, we're trying to change that language to be more inclusive, Dr. Catherine Lowe told NPR. Doing God's work, NPR. With traditional puberty education, whether it's in schools or books, we talk about how girls get their periods and boys get erections. But some girls, for example, trans girls, might not get their periods.
Yeah, they're not.
Might not? Wait, hold on. Hold on. In your language, clearing this all up.
Might not.
Yeah, that's quote.
Might not.
But some girls, for example, so we're talking about a boy who thinks it's a girl.
Yeah.
Known as transgender girl. Some of them might not get their periods.
It's weird.
While some of them likely will.
It's God's will.
Yeah. And boys get erections. Let's see. They need to understand about erections and those changes in their bodies. So we wanted to fill in this void in puberty education so that kids can see themselves in a book and learn about their bodies. Terry Schilling, president of the American Principles Project, rebuked the NPR for promoting the book. Only a few years ago, you would have been laughed out of the room for saying that men can have babies. Now our national media are enthusiastically promoting doctors teaching this to children. This group's original goal was to have trans-inclusive book in every school in the country. Due to conservative states crafting new legislation that limits or outrights these sorts of concepts in the classroom, that goal is no longer possible, another doctor lamented to NPR. Dr. Trish Hutchinson, a pediatrician, said the group wanted this book to be in every school in the country so that any kid could pick it up and see themselves in their peers. Now there are certain states out there you can't even say some of these words. That's a lie.
Yeah.
That's a lie. It's a lie. You want to get in trouble in school for saying words? Call someone a cunt or a cocksucker. Sorry. Bully Bell.
Bully.
Sorry, Miss Bully. Call a teacher a cocksucker or a fuckface or a dickhead.
Yeah.
That will. But saying the word gay is not one of those. So you, ma'am, Dr. Trish Hutchinson, brilliant pediatrician,
Are a liar.
Are a fucking liar. You're a liar.
But
I'm assuming you know what's in that legislation, but apparently not.
There's no repercussions for it. You can say whatever you want.
One character in the book finds the urge to tell a friend they're trans. After being embarrassed by not having any tits at a sleepover, I finished putting on my jammy jams and then take a deep breath. My body will never grow titties on its own because I'm trans. I say, looking at Nancy until she meets my eyes. But it's something that I have options for, and I talk with my doctor about. Get him in there now. Get him in there now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We need, this is outrageous that you would send a 12-year-old trans girl to a sleepover with her friends who have all these blossoming, beautiful, come into fruition titties.
It's torture.
And she doesn't. Why aren't you? This is child abuse. Get her into surgery.
Yeah. Raging fucking wood.
Cut that dick off immediately. Bore that hole out. Don't clip the whatever back there so she starts shitting out her vagine. That would stink a little bit.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody
I wouldn't
wants
wish that on any 12-year-old, honestly.
True.
But we could pop some nice, let's start slow, pop some B's in her. At that age, I don't know what 12-year-old girls are they hitting A's and B's?
12, yeah, that's mosquito
13?
bites. That's nothing, man.
All right,
there's the rare ones,
Should we give them mosquito bites and then they come back 2 years later?
Yeah, see, that's the thing. How are you going to keep doing this? I guess, hey,
they'll grow into them, dude.
If insurance is covering this stuff, then why not? Just keep slapping them in there. Just go in every year.
Every year.
Yeah. Like when I was growing up, my feet were growing so fast, I had to get new ski boots every year.
Yeah.
Get my bindings adjusted every year. Insurance didn't cover that.
Yeah, no.
Fucking tragic.
No, well, you're not a minority, and you're not disadvantaged, and you're not looked at as a freak sometimes. Nicole Neely, president and founder of Parents Defending Education, blasted the group. The author's stated goal is to normalize these conversations, which is a problem in and of itself. Many Americans do not believe that these concepts are normal, and they do not want such ideas planted in their children's heads. Oh, contraire, mon frere. Oh, I want these planted deep in your kids' heads.
Yeah.
You ordered it, you eat it.
Yeah. I wish we could find some balance for, the people that do truly struggle, need to be able to have fucking information and help and resources out there for them so that they don't feel like they're fucking whack jobs, you know. But it's gone so far the other way where it's just being shoved down your fucking throat. It's like you're weird if you're not.
Oh yeah.
It's gone too far. It's just it, So, and
that's why I think it's important to push
to your
for this.
point of going full Monty. Is that I almost worry that then it goes too far.
What do you mean?
Well, because if it goes so far to where it becomes a stigma, becomes a thing, then you end up going back to 50 years ago where people were afraid to be themselves, to express themselves. Right? If this is what you truly feel and believe and want, then fucking by all means, do it, love it,
we've
embrace
said that
it,
forever.
enjoy it. Exactly
of
right.
Of course, you, man.
Right.
No one cares.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that if it gets so fucking out of whack that the pendulum swings so far back the other way, then they go back in the closet, no pun intended.
No, I disagree. I think you see the insanity 20 years down the road when these people go, oh my God, like we would do. Like we would if our parents would have let us live out, the key is understanding how influenced by outside things children are. Like they're gullible.
Absolutely.
They're simple. They don't see the world down the road. They're just simple-minded beings at this point. They're developing.
Yes.
So if you want to come out and claim like 20% of students are trans or part of the LGBTQ whatever community, it's nonsense. It's not. But if you're manipulating these minds, normalizing this behavior, this is what you're going to get. And so I'm like, all right, you've crossed a line that I can't fucking just be like whatever with anymore. Like you do you. If it's legit and you're feeling that way, fine. But you cannot tell me this is just a normal trajectory of how people are. And so fine, you want to go, you're gonna sprint towards the end of the cliff. I'll be right there at the finish line to fucking push you over. Cut them all off. Bore holes in all of between their legs. Whatever. Just do you.
It's always
go through radical surgeries. Let the government pay for it. It's not going to fuck these people up at all. And so that 1% minority, the 0.08% minority is taken care of, and they feel good. And these 20% of people are fucked when they realize that, they were just going through changes and hormones are blowing off. And
they were pawns in the game.
They were pawns in the game. Yeah.
Well, that's the terrifying part.
Yeah. So anyways, doctors are now saying girls can get erections. And sometimes trans girls won't get their periods.
Well,
sometimes.
Like those people should lose their license.
They might not get their period. Excuse me.
I don't think they're qualified to do medicine. Hey,
yeah.
Trust matters, especially when it's your money. Mark and Jay at LPL Financial work hard to build a relationship of trust by providing thoughtful, objective guidance by placing your interests first. Invest with knowledgeable financial advisors who are on your side. Call today and tell them you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark or Jay.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Joy Reid may be hit with a lawsuit.
Oh, defamation?
Yeah.
Oh, shocker.
Yeah.
How could I possibly have guessed that?
She suggested a black former NFL star was perpetuating child abuse by letting his after-school club attend the signing of an anti-critical race theory bill in Florida. Jack Brewer has demanded that she apologize for the remarks she made on Twitter. So last week, alleging his club's misuse of black boys is tantamount to child abuse, or he'll sue for defamation. She has completely humiliated my kids and my program. It's just so hurtful, and she needs to be held accountable. She does it so often, and her words and the way that she comes across to black America leaves a stain on all of us. I won't put up with it when it comes to my kids. He's sending her a letter requesting an apology. If she fails to provide one within 24 hours, he will pursue legal action.
Amen. Get it.
So this is unbelievable to me. Like, you don't know who this is, what these kids are about.
Nope.
And she's like, trying to act like they were standing behind.
They don't have a blue check. I do.
Right. Mm-hmm. So they're standing behind DeSantis in Florida as he signs that anti-woke law.
Yep.
And the kids, black kids, are holding CRT signs with circle slashes. Mm-hmm. And so obviously they're black, and DeSantis hates black people.
Clearly.
Hilarious take, by the way. Hot take, Joy Reid.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the children were part of Jack Brewer's foundation, after school club. So here's a guy making a difference in a community. Mm-hmm. Were photographed Friday holding up signs in opposition to the CRT. This misuse of black boys is tantamount to child abuse. I would really like to hear the backstory on who these kids were and how they wound up at a DeSantis event. Given how anti-black DeSantis is, using black children this way is extra sick.
Extra sick.
Yeah. Brewer publicly opposes CRT, explained the mission of the American Heroes Program is to promote Christian leadership. Ugh, that's a bad word. You can't say that. Among youth and offer academic mentorship. I'm a vocal advocate. Anything that teaches kids anti-Christ rhetoric and teaches kids to hate and to see each other based on the color of their skin. I have students in my program who have gone to school, been told that they can't accomplish something because of the color of their skin. I mean, she's painting these kids like they're just little black boys that don't know anything and could be exploited, like they don't even have their own minds. Jane Halberter, whose two nephews were in the photograph, said, and I don't see her doing it with white kids. She doesn't know the love we have for these kids. And to assume that we would send them into a situation they were not equipped to deal with or understood in an age-appropriate fashion, that's so monumentally insulting. But it also put them at risk because now they're this poster child for this kind of this and kind of at the center of a storm. It's terrible. It's sad. So they were invited to this event, and they take care of these kids after school programs and mentor them. And
good. Start fucking suing.
Yeah,
I mean that's it. It's gone unchecked for way too long.
Yeah,
that they can just say and do whatever they want, and there's no repercussions for it. I mean, we example after example after example after example. And I love that this isn't some big. This isn't the kid at the what the fuck was his name? The kid with the shit-eating grin with the MAGA hat and the Indian guy.
That sued everybody.
Yeah.
Sandman.
Yeah.
Nick Sandman.
Right. It's not one of those huge cases like that turns into something. This is small. This is just under the radar. Somebody that she could just use to try and make a point and think it was not going to come back and bite her in the ass.
Yeah.
Good. Bite her in the ass.
Bite her in the ass.
Fucking bite her whole fucking ass off.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to take because it's gone way unchecked way too long.
It's so pathetic. Like, if you go after Dr. Fauci, you can be banned.
Yep.
You can be banned.
Yes.
Yet Joy Reid can attack fucking 9 and 12 and 13-year-olds from a perch from her blue check fucking elitist world with a platform as big as MSNBC and shoot arrows and post pictures of these kids. Like, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. Is that okay with people to have this fucking elitist level multimillionaire race baiter grift punching down on children that she doesn't know who are involved in a program? They're growing up, these young black students with a former NFL star helping them, mentoring them, putting them in after-school programs to help grow them and grow them into responsible adults, and you're going to shit on them?
It's negligent.
It's negligent. It's disturbing, and I would hope that, if I don't know, man. It's just
people have to be held account for their actions. Period. End of story.
Yeah,
and
it's punching down on a level I've never seen. That's all it is.
And probably just thought you could just get away with it. You could just, it wasn't about
because
those kids. It was just, exactly, and always has.
Yeah.
And has continued to. But it was just an opportunity to jab DeSantis. Mm-hmm. But
by the way,
by using them, which normally is just a byline and holds no weight whatsoever.
Yeah.
Well, good for him. Good for them.
Yeah.
To step back up and go, oh, no.
No. These are my kids.
Yes.
And we're going to protect them.
Exactly right. How dare you?
It's incredible.
How dare you?
Not to mention this witch with a history of homophobic shit in her blog. She claims she was hacked. How's that FBI investigation going?
Oh, I'm sure it's
we're still looking into
in
that?
depth. Yeah.
In depth. Yeah.
Yep.
all her homophobic bullshit that she was spewing on her blog that she actually wrote.
Can't be canceled for that.
No.
Although,
no, she's protected.
Right. Kevin Hart got banned from the Oscars, or booted from the Oscars basically for that.
Yeah.
Going back in history.
Yep. 20 years earlier. Somebody's apologized for like 7-8 times.
It's amazing how that works. The imbalance.
It's incredible.
But all we do is point it out. You know.
Yep.
We can't make you see it. We can sure try though.
Let's see. Let's lighten it up. I've got some heavier stuff, but I think we can lighten it up a little bit.
Yeah. Let's lighten it up.
All right. You want to do a golf story?
4.
Okay, we'll start there. Maybe we'll come back to some of these others. I just get ginned up.
Yeah, I know.
I'm almost going in full QAnon mode today.
Yeah,
you know?
clearly. I'm sure there's comments already.
Oh, sure. Sure. People that don't want to listen to your argument at all.
No.
QAnon.
Yep.
Fuck off.
The QCast.
Fuck off. There's a downside to golf course living. What do you think the downside to golf course living would be?
Taking golf balls through the windows.
Yeah, right? Duh.
Yeah.
Genius. You're a genius. My parents live on a golf course.
Yep.
In Brighton.
Now, not all houses on the golf course are created equal.
No.
Yeah.
They're at the tee box, behind the tee box on a hole.
Amen.
Yeah.
Never going to see a ball.
Never going to see a ball.
Nope.
Never, ever, ever.
Yeah. You buy your house about 250 yards on the right side of the fairway from the tee box. You're going to take a steady diet all day long. May as well hang a net.
Don't want to lay out in that yard.
No.
A barrage of errant golf balls could turn a idyllic home into a nightmare. For the Tenzer family, their dream home on the 15th fairway of Indian Pond Estates turned into an everyday fear of walking outside as golf balls rained down on their property, putting their 3 young daughters at risk. They bought what they thought was their dream house, and it became a nightmare. Bob Galvin, their lawyer, said they couldn't do anything outside during the golf season. They were awarded $3.5 million for damages and mental and emotional suffering. They sued the Indian Pond Country Club for trespass after hundreds of golf balls have landed on their property since they bought it in 2017, shattering multiple windows. With interest, they will be awarded $4.9 million.
You got to be shitting me.
No.
I mean, you bought the damn house on the golf course.
Yeah.
Did you not know that it was going to get shelled with golf balls?
Sounds like we needed to invest in a house about 250 yards up the fairway.
Yeah, do it to the right, on the right side of the fairway.
On the right side is more likely.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric and Athena Tenzer purchased their home in 2017 for $750,000. They say they have collected over 700 golf balls that have landed on their property.
See, they could make a killing just selling those.
Yeah, they could. Should we have looked into chances our house would be hit? Probably. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Looked into chances?
Oh my God. You fucking morons. Why did you buy on a golf course? Yeah. What? That's so nice.
We just fell in love with the house. It was our first house.
Oh, you fuck. Come on.
The situation became so bad that neighborhood children wear bike helmets when they went outside in order to play. When it hits, it sounds like a gunshot. It's very scary. We started calling the police because there was nothing else we could do. We never wanted a lawsuit. Nobody wants a lawsuit. We tried to go in civilly and work with them. We got some communication, but then it stopped. A lawyer representing the golf course says the accusation the club did nothing to try and find a solution is incorrect. A suggestion that we were completely unresponsive. I don't think that's accurate at all.
So they're just going to pay $5 million to everybody that lives on the golf course that's ever taken a fucking golf ball to the house?
So I love when they do this. That's not true. The golf course did nothing. A suggestion that we were unresponsive. That's not accurate at all.
What'd you guys do, though?
So explain what you did. It seems like we're missing a couple sentences here. Did you put a giant net up?
Yeah, why wouldn't you just hang a net? I don't understand why that's a hell of a lot cheaper than $5 million. I can promise you that.
Well, they think they're going to win an appeal.
Yeah.
And they moved the 15th green now, so the house hasn't been hit in months now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck these people.
Yeah.
You bought the fucking house on the golf course.
I know. I knew you weren't going to be happy about it.
No. And I've shelled, believe me, I've got a wicked slice. I've shelled, it's usually more like 225 off the tee, but
yeah.
I've shelled my share of houses, no doubt.
Yeah.
But
it is like a gunshot. I mean, there were a couple times, like in Arizona, G has a mat, and out the neighbor's way, where the donkeys and the horse and shit
neighbor,
is.
store.
Yeah, he can hit a full wedge or so.
Yeah, we'll get
out there.
Something,
yeah, and he can shoot it out there 120, 130, and occasionally he hits a donkey.
Well,
occasionally.
Keep your head on a swivel.
Every once in a while.
Look up, locate, step aside, donkey.
Yeah, right? Or it lands right by him and freaks all the chickens out. But he's not going to stop doing that, and they don't really care.
Oh, good.
But every once in a while, he'll miss. And she's a great golfer.
Yeah,
She's a
it
great
happens.
golfer. He'll miss and just shank one and gook right off one of his own windows. Or right off. He's got holes in his fucking plaster, whatever that shit is in Arizona.
Stucco,
yeah. Fucking golf hole in there. It's like, yeah, that was 3 years ago, man. I just
took that one right off the toe.
Yeah, towed it. Yeah. Little worm burner. Almost killed the dog one day.
I just don't understand. I mean, you willingly bought on a golf course. I just don't understand how you can, hold them responsible for hitting your house.
Yeah.
And sue for damages. I mean, there was probably more to the story. Maybe they said put up a net, and they were like, "Go fuck yourself." And I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, they didn't come with a whole lot of ammo on the country club side.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
To say that we were unresponsive.
Oh, that's not true.
That's not really true.
Yeah, we responded. We said, "Go fuck yourself."
Yeah. We were very responsive.
Yeah, every time we immediately responded, "Go fuck yourself."
We responded, "Go fuck yourself,"
Sell your
multiple
house.
times.
Sell your house.
And then we responded, "Talk to our lawyer."
Mm-hmm. Sell your house.
Sell your house.
Sell your house.
Fuck off. Pain in my ass. Woman in Washington State fell headfirst into.
What would you fall headfirst into? Washington State. Let's go into a bucket of shit.
Very good.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Headfirst into an outhouse toilet as she tried to reach her phone. So I guess that sort of counts.
That is technically a bucket of shit. Oh, I got it right.
You nailed that. I was like, wait. He technically got it right.
You damn right.
The woman was reportedly on her phone.
Oh my god.
So what do you think? She's taking a healthy shit.
I guess she's in the outhouse.
Yeah,
at this
she's
point.
in there on her phone. How do you drop it? Is it one of those where you're trying to get up to wipe your ass, the phone's in your hand, and it fumbles out?
Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of ways that could happen. I guess, you could. I don't. I mean, it goes in there, yeah. But
I've booted it, and the recovery's key. If you do one of these,
slap it around.
Slap it around.
Yeah, fuck yeah, you got to at least control the landing area. Direct it, but
yeah.
I mean, that thing goes in. Let it. Oh my god! Why would you even try to go get it?
She was on her phone in the outhouse while hiking the Olympic National Forest when she accidentally dropped it into the shitter she was using after attempting to retrieve the phone using a dog leash.
That's going to work out good. Yeah, this one's fucking brilliant.
Of all things.
This is fucking Darwinism at its finest right here.
Dog leash. Does it have a giant magnet on the back of it? A sticker?
Gonna hook it or just lasso it?
Yeah.
Use the loop on the end that you hold with your hand.
Yeah.
Try to hook it. A fucking idiot. Let it go.
She's from
Move
California.
On. Yeah, I know.
Expect.
Ended exactly how I expected it to end.
So after attempting to retrieve the phone using the dog leash, she fell in the toilet and was stuck for 15 minutes before she was able to find the phone in the shit and call 911. Imagine how much she would have to wipe that phone off just to get the screen.
Oh my god.
The woman told firefighters she dropped her phone into the toilet while taking a bathroom break during her hike on Mount Walker.
You can say taking a dump, lady. It's okay.
Yeah. So she fell into her own shit and lot of other people's shit.
See, hey, this is a good lesson for everybody out there. If you're going in there, build your nest.
Yeah.
To dump onto, because then if it falls in, it's got a nice little landing area.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cloud pillow. That's Clark, I think, used to call it. So after losing her phone, the woman disassembled the toilet seat and tried to grab the phone using, like I said, the dog leash, but she couldn't get it. She then tied the leash to herself and went in head first to reach for her device. The attempts didn't work very well.
Obviously. Well, I shouldn't say that. She got her phone.
And she went in.
Yeah.
All the way in.
I wonder if she's got, comes out like a Smurf, like all dyed blue from that shit.
It depends how often they clean that thing out or how it's in a fucking national park. It's probably, Once a year, they come in and dump that.
Yeah, I've been to some of those. Up
not
north,
good.
And yeah, they're just giant holes in the ground. It's not like an outhouse, like a. I mean, it depends. Some of them are just shitters where they're
like
cleaned
a wood
regularly.
shack.
Oh yeah, that's just a hole in the ground.
Hole in the ground, right? The woman had traveled from California and was alone with her dog, so she had no one to call for help waiting outside the outhouse. She spent 15 minutes trying to get herself out of the toilet, but failed. Oh. Since she was in the toilet with her phone, she dialed 911, and the Brennan Fire Department came to the rescue. The crews made a makeshift cribbing platform. What's a cribbing platform? I'm assuming it's some sort of ladder, like a...
Yes, basically for her to pull herself out of.
Yeah, they made a cribbing platform by passing them down to the patient. After making it tall enough for her to stand on, the crew pulled the victim to safety.
Like blocks almost to make it, and then you put another one on. You can.
So the first one's sinking in 3 foot of shit.
Yeah, you gotta go all the way to the bottom. You gotta start from the bottom and build it up.
Why can't they just drop a rope down there, man, and pull her ass up? Why are we making her deep dive 3 feet into shit to put a board down?
Well, because you gotta. Yeah, why couldn't they just grab her legs and pull her out?
Yeah. Well, she went in head first, but then she got oriented, so she went head first into shit, and then she got hands in the shit to get herself up, and then was standing on feet filled with shit, probably to the knees.
Oh, yeah, give her blocks because nobody wanted to touch her. We're not grabbing you. She's like, no, just grab my hand. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Here's another block. Climb out.
Dude, I had to bring a sample in for myself.
Uh-huh.
And they're like...
a poop sample? A shit sample?
A sample.
A turd?
A sample.
Could be a semen sample. Could be a hair sample. You're gonna be more specific.
It was a shit sample. I had to bring it. There's a special spot, you know, and it's like, I'm just dropping off a sample and then getting the fuck out of here as fast as I can. They're like, yeah, I don't blame you. Through that door, and there's no one in there. There's 3 women in there, but no other people. And my shit's in a.
Women aren't people?
Yeah, no. I meant patients. There's no other patients in there. Okay. So they're in there. Masked, shield, gloves.
Yeah.
They're in hazmat suits. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here to drop the sample off. And they're like, dude, get that fucking thing near me. They're like, over there in that bin, back away slowly.
Who wants to fuck with poop?
But it's in a fucking sealed container.
Yeah, okay.
So, I mean...
So, did you do a nice little tiny poop right into that little thing?
No, they give you a little spoon. You have to scoop it in there. They give you a tiny little Dairy Queen spoon.
Mine's still sitting upstairs. I haven't done it. A year and a half. I haven't pooped in my tube.
Yeah, it stinks, dude.
I don't want any part of it.
Yeah, it's brutal.
I'd
rather die from whatever I've got than... Yeah, it was not fun. And then they were like, where's the third sample? Because you had to do 2 little vials. And I was like, I don't have a third. They're like, yeah, you need to just bring us a third one tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
And I was like...
Well, turn around, babe. I'm going to fucking drop one right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to shit right in your stuff.
So, you can see why these guys wouldn't want to reach down their arm and pull her out.
Yeah, it's shit. Yeah, no. I totally agree. Oh, I almost fucking threw up a minute ago thinking about going head first into that. Dude, I'm in construction. The shitters I've seen, oh, my God. Yeah. You could like walk across them sometimes.
Yeah. After the firefighters pulled the woman out of the toilet, she was washed down and given a Tyvek suit. Officials encouraged her to seek medical attention after being exposed to human waste for so long.
Yeah.
She declined.
Okey-dokey.
I mean, every move she's made.
So far, yeah.
Brain.
Darwinism. Yep.
This one's a thinker.
Yeah. In about 6 months, she's going to die of, what do you die of? Hepatitis?
Yeah, probably. The patient was extremely fortunate not to be overcome by toxic gases and sustain injury. Chief Manley said, first time in 40 years of my career.
Yeah.
I've seen someone do this.
Probably the last, too.
I like that name, Chief Manley. It's a good name for your chief.
Pretty good
name. I mean, if
Chief Manley.
Chief Manley, that's who you want on the...
Yeah.
As your chief.
I would change my name.
Would you?
Immediately.
To?
Chief Manley.
Chief Manley, yeah. I mean, could you imagine? It's like, hi, I'm your new chief pussy. You see what I mean? Like, hi, I'm Chief Vagine. I'm new to the Bremerton force. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. That wouldn't work, but Chief Manley.
Yeah, Chief Manley. It's got a ring to it.
Fuck yeah, it does.
It's got teeth.
All right, first class passenger on a Delta flight. Some serious trouble, team.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought we were done with the plane stuff.
Nah. There's some people out there. Some people out there.
Well, they don't have to wear masks anymore.
No, I know, but you still can't call the flight attendant a fag.
What if he sucks dick?
Yeah, I think he does.
Clearly.
Yeah.
He is a
He
sky
called
waitress.
a first-class passenger. Now, in his defense, the claim is he branded a flight attendant a fag for refusing to serve him more booze.
Oh, there you go. He's all ginned up.
Here's the problem with this story. If he's a first-class customer
Yeah.
and he's a drinker,
Yeah.
the free booze pays for that first-class flight,
Oh, yeah, we know.
right? Mm-hmm. So if they serve you one drink and then cut you off,
Oh,
that's some bull. I might call someone a home fag for that too.
Wow. Was it one drink and cut off? Or
Yeah.
you finished all the Jack in the first class and then cut off?
Nobody would do that. Stop
That
it.
was a team effort.
Stop it. I think we ran him out of Jack and vodka, me and two.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Christopher Morgan is also said to have called the unidentified Delta worker queer and whacked him with a cabin phone on his flight from Atlanta.
Whacked him with a cabin phone?
Yeah, when they went to call for help, he was like, "Give me that, bitch." The drama began after Morgan reclined his chair before takeoff. We've all been there, and then they annoyingly come in. "Would you put your seat back up, please?" And you're like, God. And it always feels really uncomfortable when you put that seat back
like
up.
it went up farther than it was when you first sat down.
like-
Now you're like,
Now you're like leaning over. It's like, God damn it. I felt like I went back 1 inch and I came back 8 inches. Jesus, I could suck my own dick in this position. It's crazy. He refused to raise it again at the request of the cabin crew. He'd grown even more irate after being refused a second alcoholic drink after takeoff and then hurled homophobic slurs before allegedly grabbing the cabin phone to use as a weapon.
oh my God.
It left the plane's crew so fearful that they guarded the cockpit for the duration of the flight. He was arrested and readily confessed to being a homophobe.
Oh, well.
Morgan now faces 20 years in prison for calling someone a fag.
Wow. Well, assault with a phone, and you're talking federal stuff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's max, you know.
Felony charges interfering with a flight crew.
Yep.
You just can't do it.
No, you just can't do it anymore. You
Morgan-
sure can't.
Morgan called one flight attendant identified as HD, assuming that's hard dick,
Yeah, of course.
the F word. So do you call him a fuck or do you call him a fag?
I'm going to go fag.
Yeah.
But did they say fag in the story before?
Yeah.
But this one's now
They
just
said
the F word?
F
Star
G.
But this one just says F word?
F word. And a queer. And threw a glass of ice at HD. When passenger RO, who was sitting in seat 2G, said something to Morgan to de-escalate, Morgan became angry and held up a glass to RO's face. Like, fuck you, motherfucker. I'll bash this in your face. Flight attendant HD then went into the gallery to call the captain over the intercom to explain what was going on. Morgan then got out of his seat, grabbed the phone, and hit HD in the chest with the phone.
At least in the chest. Not a...
Bonk.
Yeah,
It's
give
not
him a
going to do
little, give him a
any
little
damage.
thwack.
Yeah.
Not a
Hang
like
up the
clubbed
phone.
him over the head with it or anything.
was-
Just start beating him like fucking...
Yeah. No, it was just kind of a hang up the phone,
Yeah.
queen. You know, what are you doing? You tattling on me now because I called you the F word?
Yeah. Feelings
Morgan
were hurt.
He was arrested, whereupon he attempted to justify his actions, saying the fact that the flight attendant was homosexual made him uncomfortable. Morgan said that he is a homophobic and that it is possible he could have been intimidating to the flight attendants. He said that his homophobia may have caused his temper towards the flight attendant to escalate. And he admitted that, yeah, I called HD a queer.
Yeah. Well, you can't do that stuff anymore. No? I mean, I know.
Is she crying over there whining?
Yeah, she was over here a minute ago. You're entitled to your opinions, but you're also entitled to fucking keep them to yourself on every level.
Yep.
No matter what that is. You don't have to like that somebody's gay or black or fucking trans or whatever it is.
Yep.
But you also don't have to say a word. How about you just shut the fuck up and go on with your day?
Go on with your day.
Wouldn't that be a nice world to live in?
Yeah. It sure
Yeah.
would.
Go home and beat your wife to it.
Yeah. You know, what do you know, like people say, oh, I'm being stared at because I'm trans. I walk down the street
No,
and
it's
all
because you're a giant hairy dude with tits and a wig
Yeah.
and lipstick is why you're being stared at. Not because
Right.
you're trans, because you're fucking hysterical looking.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
there's a difference between being stared at and being ridiculed and harassed and assaulted.
When you see someone, clearly they have issues.
Right.
The way they walk.
Every midget ever has been fucking stared at their whole life.
Yeah. And rightly so. I mean, they're
I'm just saying. I mean, has anybody ever looked and not gone like,
dude, 1 o'clock. Now.
Yeah,
You're gonna miss it. You're gonna miss it. It's
right. It doesn't, even, but it's not like you're staring at them because you're just checking it out because it's not something you see every day.
Yeah.
But it's not that I'm going to run over there and punt the guy.
No.
You know what I mean?
Pick him up and toss him.
Leprechaun, fuck you.
Yeah, that would be so hard because kids are going to grow up. They're, Marshall's at fart level right now, height.
Yeah.
Where he can just be walking through the mall and he could get dusted, like direct shot in the face from a grown ass man. Midget. Brad Williams
for
is in
life.
here.
Yeah,
he's
for life.
at asshole level for life.
Yeah, you're at fucking high risk of pink eye for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life. It's
yeah.
It's a tough life.
Oh, and let's not confuse errant boners. Turn around and take that one right in the chin.
Oh, yeah. In the eye.
Yeah. Oh, you never know. You just never know.
Yeah. I don't remember what we were talking about.
Midget boners.
Yeah. We always somehow get there, don't we?
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. Do you know anything about Chris Pratt?
I know that he went from sort of a goofy guy on
Parks and Rec
to now he's like a heartthrob, superhero
Megastar.
kind of guy. But I think I like him.
You think you like him?
Yeah, I don't know
too.
that too much about him. I've seen a couple of things.
He's just getting his ass torn out by the woke mob all the time.
Oh, I like him more now then. But
well, he's I guess he's really Christian
yeah.
and outward about that.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, which is a big
Really?
problem.
Because I've heard him say some horrific things.
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. In movies?
Yeah. Well, no, more like outtake stuff.
Yeah. What? Christians can't swear?
Well, no. It's just, I mean, I guess if you want to toe that line, then you toe that line. But you don't say some of the things I've heard him say.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to, I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing my Christianity.
Yeah.
But,
I'd love to know what you've seen outtakes wise.
no, there's just, I mean, there's a famous one with him and Jennifer Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
With whatever movie they were in, and they're doing
Guardians
something.
of the Galaxy.
Okay, fair enough. And they're doing something where they're going back and forth, like ripping on each other or something, And I mean, whatever. It's just funny. But she was like, when we had to do our sex scene, I had to take I threw up or something like that, whatever. And he was like, well, when we did our sex scene, I felt your fucking dick against my leg or something.
Yeah.
It was just, I mean, that's just an example.
Yeah.
Just wanted to
I've
think
seen
about
that video, and it's hilarious.
Yes, and there's an outtake from...
celebrities trying to make each other laugh.
Yes,
saying
that kind of
outlandish
stuff.
stuff.
Yes, yeah.
You see them in your feed all the time.
And not that that's not, Christian, I guess, but I just didn't realize that he was that way.
You want to open the door and let her out? Maybe she's got to pee or something.
Fuck her.
No, I don't want her to whiz in the studio.
She's not. She's just looking at us. We got fucking 10 minutes. She'll be fine.
All right. If she shits in here, business in here.
Yep, you're cleaning it up.
Director James Gunn defended actor Chris Pratt after some left-wing fans called for Marvel to recast Pratt over his public Christianity, which was equated with homophobia.
Of course.
So there was a call on social media for the actor to be swapped out with actor Patrick Wilson. In the upcoming Guardian of the Galaxy Volume 3, Gunn said Pratt would never be replaced, but if he was, the whole team would be going with him. For what? So he's saying, replace him for what? Because of your made-up, utterly false beliefs about him? For something that someone else told you about him that's not true? Chris Pratt would never be replaced as Star-Lord. But if he ever was, we would all be going with him. Pratt has repeatedly been accused of homophobia and essentially for being an open Christian. His support of U.S. veterans is a problem, too.
Oh, man, that son of a bitch.
And generally staying out of politics.
Oh, how dare you?
Yeah. It's also made him the target in 2019 of actress Ellen Page, who now identifies as male and goes by Elliot Page. She accused Pratt of attending a Christian church that was anti-LGBT. I wonder how big of a fake cock Elliot got.
I mean, if you're going to do it right, eh?
What do you think's right, though?
Well, I don't know.
You go 7 inches. You go 8.
Well, just like
6.
tits. You can go with a nice little B, or you can go fucking triple G or whatever the hell. You can go whatever.
Yeah,
if I was going to throw one on, I'd take it to the knee.
But Elliot, yeah, might as well.
Smack people in the head with it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but Elliot's going to be wee. That thing will tip her over. Or use it as a kickstand. But it's...
They call me tripod.
Yeah. Excuse me, I almost dead gendered her. Yeah, but... Or him. God damn it, this is so hard.
I know. So confusing sometimes, isn't it?
So...
They. Let's just go they.
Elliot.
They.
They wrote, if you're a famous actor and you belong to an organization that hates a certain group of people, don't be surprised if someone simply wonders why it's not addressed. Being anti-LGBT alphabet bullshit is wrong. There aren't two sides. The damage it causes is severe. Full stop. Sending love to all. All right, yeah, you don't sound like you're sending love. You sound like
Not
you're
to
miserable.
all.
You sound pretty miserable. Pratt defended his faith, saying, "It has recently been suggested that I belong to a church which hates a certain group of people and is infamously anti-alphabet. Nothing could be further from the truth. I go to a church that opens their doors to absolutely everyone." Joe Rogan even defended Pratt back in December.
Oh, boy. That's kiss of death.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Well, just stay out of this one, Joe. Thanks.
He's kind of outside the lines in terms of his ideology. He's a Christian, and he's pretty open about it. And because of that, they attack him. It's something so simple, like he just believes in Jesus, and, you know, he likes to be a good person. And they're like, fuck him.
It's pretty well put.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, listen,
What
everybody has their beliefs, and you know, the Bible, and there's kind of a set of rules in there. It's fucked up as it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and you know, thou shalt not suck dick, I think, is one of the things that's in there. And if that's what you believe and you go by,
Is
how
it
do
thou
you?
shalt not butt fuck or thou shalt not suck dicks?
Thou shalt not suck dicks, and then thou shalt not butt fuck thy neighbor's wife, I think, are the two biggies in there.
But that wouldn't be homophobia.
Well, yeah, but it's sodomy, dude.
Oh, yeah,
sodomy.
yeah.
Well, come on, bro.
Can you blow your neighbor's wife? Or can
Oh,
you get
see
blown by your
now,
neighbor's?
see now you're already into the trans stuff. No, you
Yeah.
can't. See, fucking hey.
All right, let's get to some email.
Oh,
I got to figure out what's going on with that dog out there.
I'm dreading. I've been warned.
You've got some thick skin, right?
I got big shoulders. Bring it on. Fuck it.
Greetings. On a recent episode, you did a story about female prison in New Jersey where the female inmate got knocked up by a trans inmate.
Yep.
Remember that one?
Yeah, I
Remember
do.
that?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the move.
During the story, Troy
Okay.
referred to the staff that work at the prison as guards.
Oh, Jesus.
Correction officers are not guards. We graduate from an academy, we swear an oath, we carry a badge, we are law enforcement officers, and calling us guards is like calling cops meter maids. It is disrespectful to call us guards, but I'm sure Troy didn't mean to be disrespectful. He simply didn't know. The press and TV do this all the time, and it drives me crazy. I correct this whenever I can. If we could fix this going forward, that would be great. Keep up the good work, Jim, resident corrections officer.
Settle down, Francis.
Well,
I apologize, and in all honesty, it was not meant with any disrespect. I have the highest regard. Prison guard is just a term that correction officer.
it's offensive.
They're interchangeable to me
offensive.
because it's just a term, and I apologize for that, and I will try and do better, Jim. And thank you for everything that you do, because that has got to be one of the most thankless fucking jobs.
Yeah,
in the history of.
I don't think they
thankless
can carry
jobs.
guns in there either.
No, I don't think so.
which is
Otherwise, a
why
lot more
some of
people
the
would get
guards-
shot. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, which is, another thing. They're corrections officers. Well, officers carry guns, but I don't think they're allowed to carry them into the prison.
Maybe in
Right?
only
Jim,
certain
maybe you could clear that
areas.
up for us?
Yeah, maybe. I'd love to hear it. Yeah, Jim, no disrespect intended. Absolutely for real. I didn't.
You look at his last name and you can see he's prone to come in hot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
So-
Yep. But, yeah, at the same time, lighten up, Francis. I didn't mean it. I didn't give any disrespect. I didn't give any disrespect. I used a term.
I'm trying to think of a term for an electrician that you would be like, oh, man, go fuck yourself.
I have big skin.
No, you don't. You got mad at him.
Oh, I'm just defending myself. It's okay.
Hi, cult leader. Any chance I can get a free T-shirt for being your first neighbor to the north to join Patreon? I'll be honest, listening to you guys since the Drewcast, I have a dirt face shirt, Christmas shirt with all the drops on it. I would love a new shirt. Also, anyone ever find out how to do the Amazon Canada link?
We keep talking about it, but it never comes to fruition, does it?
You know what?
.ca.
The nerds have a lot on their plate. I don't know, Karen. I don't know about the T-shirt. I can't get a free T-shirt.
No,
Charge
yeah,
me for a
exactly.
T-shirt,
Yeah, we've
and I have
paid
like
for these.
$13 in my bank account, so there's that issue.
Yeah.
So, maybe we can get some bulk down the road and do an event. And give
We'll
some
figure
away,
some
but-
stuff out. Well, yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
Yep. It's in the infancy stages, but by all means.
Yeah.
But just because you're our first Canadian listener, doesn't get you any prizes.
Kyle Matthews emails the program.
Oh, that's a guy.
Handsome-looking son of a bitch. Look at that picture.
I don't want to make any kind of
No, no,
comment
no,
about
no.
what he looks
No.
like, so we'll
No,
just
no,
go
no,
with
no.
he's a handsome son of a bitch.
Yep.
And at least his is in color, Joe.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? Came
Get a
through.
better look then. Doesn't look like a mugshot.
Kyle is one of our Patreon members, business as usual members.
That is correct.
Janet Davis Cleaners, who we
Yes.
talked about. Mike, to address your question from the Janet Davis read in yesterday's show, yes, pickup and delivery is free.
Okay.
You pay the
damn.
same whether you come into the store or we come out to you.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, I gotta call this guy. I got some stuff for him.
Yeah. You guys are awesome. Best regards.
Oh, very nice.
Kyle,
Very nice.
you
Thank you very
you
much,
want that?
Kyle. Yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that.
Yeah.
Well, I think I know. I got all his information, I think, but bravo. I thought there's no way that could be just included. That is spectacular. And thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That was an
for-
incorrect correction
It
on your
was.
part,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. I apologize for being out of line there.
Hey, let's wrap it up there.
Okay.
Save. We got a couple more emails and save. I want to go check on that dog, see what she was.
She
She
ran
doesn't
away.
usually just start whining for no reason, so
She's kind of a bitch.
see what she's up to.
Okay.
She's kind of a bitch. She is a bitch.
Yes.
Yeah.
By definition.
All right, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully, you'll join us then.